All right, trader, short and sweet tonight. Looks like another low volume, narrow range day on the SPY. Real quick, I made a handheld video using my phone earlier on Wayne's CGC call, but now I can use the actual computer camera and kind of go over this real quick again because I think it's worth it. It bears repeating. Somebody in chat the other day said, "Hey, what about confluence when two or three things that you look for all match up at the same point? Is that more important than just one?" And I said, absolutely yes, and this is a great example of it. CGC from today. This is the opening 5-minute candle. So what do you have? Confluence. What's all matching up here? You have a whole number 45. It opened right at a whole number 45. If you haven't seen our video on trading inflection points, it's a free webinar is actually what it is. Go check it out. And it talks about whole number inflection points. Again, that's not just any random whole number. The webinar goes deep into detail, and there's actually a part 2 to that webinar. It's also free, so that'll explain it. I'm not going to try to explain it here, but this was a perfect example of a whole number break plus a red to green because it opened right at the whole number. Plus the previous day's high is basically right there too. So you have a 2-day high break, a whole number inflection point break, and a red to green break, and a clean seller on the tape at 45. Like 3 or 4 reasons why Wayne called this over 45. And look at the results. Huge move, almost $2 on, I don't know, 25 cents risk. Just a beautiful call, but a perfect example of the kind of things we look for when entering a day trade, right? Confluence, more than one thing lining up. All right, I'm going to leave it short and sweet on that and get right to the video. Don't have a lot of stuff to watch for tomorrow, but OBLN, I see after I left today, this thing went nuts again. Wow. Certainly worth watching tomorrow with that kind of crazy action. PRTO, big volume day for this one. Kind of getting up into this gap a little bit, so we'll see if that gives a red to green or something like that tomorrow. SESN had the gap up and closed below its open yesterday, and today kind of right back up, so I think that's worth watching for tomorrow. WKHS had this big bounce yesterday. Today kind of a quiet day, closing below yesterday's high, but still holding up when you go to 5-minute candles. Still holding up pretty well after that pop yesterday, so we're going to watch that one. Rave. Okay, this one... I usually don't trade stocks this thin. It only traded 322,000 today, but it made a nice move from like $1.60 to $3.60 over the course of a couple weeks. And now you've got 2 red days into the buy zone here. I think it's worth watching for a bounce up tomorrow. I didn't realize when I put this on the list that it was this thin, because it hasn't even hit 1 million shares going all the way back to last June. So that quickly made it probably my least favorite. I like the chart pattern for a bounce, but I don't like that low volume. OTLK I'd like to see come in another day or two. I'd like to see a couple red days, kind of maybe a 50% retracement of this move before I'd really like it for a bounce. But I am going to start watching it for a bounce tomorrow after that really strong move. LK goes back on bounce watch again. Just a recent IPO and just straight down since it IPO'd. A pretty good setup, even though there's no chart history to go on. Pretty good setup for a snapback bounce one of these days. MAXR still goes on bounce watch. Didn't meet any parameters today. Still kind of after this move here, still kind of flagging slowly into the 20-day. Couple more GMO penny stock. Huge move back here from, I don't know, 23 cents to 44, and now a few days lower on declining volume. I don't love these below dollar stocks, but chart pattern wise is pretty clean. And then ARWR. After this big breakout yesterday, a quiet inside day today, plus the whole number 2 might become an inflection point. I'm sorry, the whole number 22 might become an inflection point because it topped out at 2209. So tomorrow, if we can get through 22, we know we have today's high 2209 as a potential catalyst. So this one is super interesting, being around that whole number, having today's high just above that, and then yesterday's high above that. So that's kind of a clean setup. I'm going to keep it short and sweet tonight because I don't have much of a voice left. And we'll see everybody in chat tomorrow. Have a good night.